Hello, welcome to Sports This Morning, broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's always a delight to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakpan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, we're beginning to feel the fever to the 2016 Rio Olympics. Brazilians cannot wait because they are seeing the touch and it is moving closer to Rio. It's now 18 days to go. How prepared is Team Nigeria?
Definitely really close. I just can't wait for it to start. Okay, now coming back home to Nigeria, talking about Nigeria Professional Football League. Leadership regain, that is for Enugu Rangers. So it shows that they are really ready. But surprisingly, Wiki Tourists actually went away from home and got a point. Enugu Rangers also went away from home. They got all 3 points against who? Aqua United.
Good one for Enugu Rangers. I mean, they're looking really good now. It looks like they might just end their trophy drought. So we'll see how it pans out at the end of the day. Also on the show today, Deontay Wilder remains undefeated after stopping Chris Arreola in round 8 to retain his WBC heavyweight title. Wilder's record is now 37 wins from 37 fights with 36 knockouts. Wow. Austin, I mean, this guy right now...
And he's just 30 years old.
And he's just 30 years old. And this guy right now, it looks like the real deal for me, based on what we have on ground. That is the heavyweight division. It looks like the real deal. But then until he's able to actually unify the division, there's still going to be, doubts about his ability. That is, he's got to fight he's got to fight both Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Yeah, that's the way to go next now.
Yeah, he says he won the Furies, he won the Joshuas, but the question is, do they actually want me?
and just before the fight against Chris Arreola, he came out to say, look, I will unify this heavyweight division. I'm going to beat this guy, and then I'll come for the Joshuas. Like, I'll talk about, you guys just talk about Anthony Joshua, when I'm the real deal. In fact, he says he's the business of boxing.
Yeah, he is the business, right, Cecilia?
I mean, he is, because the report was that he actually, having a suspected broken hand and torn bicep. So having to go through that and also get to win your fights, it shows that it's someone who really wants to fight on.
Of course.
Fight for good and also go all out to win his bout. It's a good one for him. But he said his goal is actually to unify the division. Yeah. I'm sure he should be able to do it, because I think from what he has done so far, it's someone I believe can actually unify.
Okay, I mean, this is smiling. I mean, that's before the fight against Chris Arreola, and obviously I knew this fight and the result was never in doubt. It was always going to be one win, just one winner, and that was Deontay Wilder. He won very comfortably with a broken hand and a torn biceps. Wow. And I think it damaged his hand around 4, and still went on to win the fight. Still went on to dominate until the 8th round when the corner of Chris Arreola said, no more.
Don't kill this guy. Yeah. Wow, Deontay Wilder. I don't know, Tayo. Every time I look at him, particularly when he's saying, look, I'm here to do business. I'll keep talking about whatever I want to talk about, but I'm here to do business. And that's the motivation Mayweather had and went undefeated till he retired.
Exactly.
And this guy is going the same way.
Yeah, he's going the same way. We said it already, 37 fights. No defeats at all. I mean, but this last fight, 5 fights, starting from the last one against Chris Arreola, TKO in that one. Out to Spilka, Austin, we still remember that knockout punch. And it still rings in my mind and in my memory right now. And so that was a KO knockout win for him in that one. He fought Joanna, Duas Pass as well to TKO, Eric Molina, knockout. And his toughest fight, thus far in his career was against Bemane Steven. That's when he got to win the WBC heavyweight title, unanimous decision for him there. That was a very tough one for him. Right. He didn't come close to knocking out Bemane Steven at all. So if you look at the quality of the fighters he's had to face in his title defenses, I mean, you understand why people doubt his reign. I mean, a lot of those boxers are not top echelon boxers at all, Austin.
I agree, but with Bemane, he was pushed to the limit.
Yeah, but the others...
But look at, Spilka.
Yeah, Spilka.
We're thinking could push him or pick up something.
Alexander.
It didn't go...
Okay.
No,
I mean, Cecilia, just the quality, you understand why a lot of people still doubt his win. He hasn't really fought anyone of note But you can't blame him. You can only beat who's in front of you, and that's what he's done.
Yeah. When he was supposed to fight Alexandra,
Povetkin, that would have been really, really tough for him. That was the
all
one
of us were waiting for. But unfortunately for him,
yeah,
the dope thing came in and they just couldn't. So Ariola had to go for it.
Optional
and he
defense.
ended up taking all the punch.
Yeah, but when I look at his last 5 fights compared to that of Anthony Joshua, I still feel he has gone through stiffer opponents.
Of course.
I remember when we're talking about the camp of Anthony Joshua saying they're going against Bamani, I says, no, it's not about time.
It's not time.
It's not yet time. And it's as if Lennox Lewis was listening to us, and he also came out and said, Anthony Joshua, be careful, be wise, you need to work more. Because Bamani pushed Deontay Wilder all the way. Deontay had to get the unanimous decision to win that one.
Yes.
He might just upset Anthony Joshua. Yeah. And what Lennox Lewis is saying, if you start getting beaten now when everyone is singing your praises, it might just bring you down.
Of course, it can. That could actually derail your career. So for Anthony Joshua, he has to be careful, and that's why he's got a management. He's got a promoter, very good promoter in Eddie, and I think they'll choose the right fight for him. So he's going to keep building until he's ready to face the likes of Bamani, Steven. But back to Deontay Wilder, I think if you're looking at all the heavyweight champions in the world right now, Deontay, WBC, Tyson Fury, WBA, and Anthony Joshua, I think you would say perhaps Tyson Fury actually beat the tougher opposition to win his belt.
Yeah.
It beat Vladimir Klitschko. Yeah, so that was unbeaten in 10 years. So you can argue, you can debate that.
Fury is the real deal, and that's why Fury is talking so much. Look, I stopped the guy that's been stopping everyone in the heavyweight division. Why you guys not giving me the credit?
Because how many fighters actually fought before that?
I mean, it's stopped
the monster, basically.
And the way he talks, it was
brash.
There's things you just don't say.
Welcome to boxing.
And his physique, everything. It's just the opposite of a normal boxer.
No, it's not.
Look at man.
You need that. Look, when you listen to Deontay Wilder too, you know self-motivation that is in this for him.
I'm listening to Deontay Wilder. I love the way he talks. Anthony Joshua, the same thing.
Fury.
You must love Fury the most.
I understand where this is coming from.
But it's okay.
Turn it down a bit. I understand he's trying to be brash, he's trying to talk tough and everything, but there's some things you just don't say.
Cecilia, you need to say this
because
to psych
everyone is looking forward to you.
When they give you that left hook, I'll go down. So you need to get yourself ready before you get into that ring. Okay, that's it with boxing and the heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder he has few things to say. The Joshuas, the Furies, get ready. I'm coming. He believes he can unify the heavyweight division. We believe we will talk about what should be talked about. We'll be waiting for that to come. Teeing off to golf now. Cecilia Tayo, we have a Swede winning a golf major title for the first time. Eric Stenson deserves our salute this morning.
Yeah, and he says it's filming because it actually helped the fight. I mean, when you're having someone big and huge just behind you, you push you to actually push you almost to the brink.
Yes.
And he just had to take that, and he got that victory.
Incredible stuff. Classic match play golf, and that's what we saw between Eric Stenson and Big Phil, one of the golden oldies. He gave it a good go. At 46, I mean, he came really, really close. But on the day, in the final round, he met a monster that was unplayable on the day. That's Eric Stenson, and he ended up winning that particular competition by 3 shots. But it wasn't that easy, believe me. Big Phil pushed him all the way.
That's right. And you can say that character did it for him, because when you have a great golfer as Phil Mickelson, chasing you and you're not focused and you don't have your eyes on the prize. In fact, just looking at him, you will lose it. I think Eric Stenson was determined. So, look, come on, I can put my name into the history books.
I mean, emotional time. His first major, for Eric Stenson. 40. I mean, it's come close on a couple of occasions.
2013, it was run out to
Phil Mickelson. Now he's got the claret jug. Congratulations to Eric Stenson. Hopefully, we'll see him at the Olympics.
He becomes the first Swede to win a golf major, so he's going back home now. I say, if you talk about Ibrahimovic,
talk about me, obviously.
I mean, because Obviously, Zlatan is dominated the
Yeah.
sporting scene in Sweden for a long time. It's time to give someone else.
So if they're not celebrating their football team coming home empty-handed after going to Euros and everything, there's something to always celebrate. That's the good thing about countries that have so many sports. Okay, let's listen to Stencil. For him, he says he's still trying to see if he can actually sink in. He's still trying to just imagine if he has really won it or he's still dreaming.
Very privileged to be the one to hold this trophy. There's been many great players from my country tried in past years and decades, and it's been a couple of really close calls, Jesper in particular twice, so I even had so he sent me a message, go out and finish what I didn't manage to finish, and I'm really proud to have done that, and it's going to be massive for golf in Sweden. It hasn't quite sunk in yet, but I'm very happy, very proud of the way I played, and it was a great match with Phil. It seemed like it was going to be a 2-horse race, and it was all the way to the end. I knew he wasn't going to back down at any point, and in a way that makes it easier for myself. I knew I had to keep on pushing, keep on giving myself birdie chances, and he wasn't going to give it to me, so I had to pull away, and just delighted that I managed to do that with a couple of birdies at the right time on the final stretch. I felt like this was going to be my turn. I knew I was going to have to battle back if it wasn't, but I think that was the extra self-belief that made me go all the way this week. Yeah, it was one of the real good guys back in Dubai. I've known him knew him for many years, and he was a very keen golfer and a great man. I had news on Tuesday. He's been battling cancer for a long time, but I had news on Tuesday that the end was near, and unfortunately passed away on Wednesday morning over in the US. So he's always been there as a big supporter of mine, and in good days and bad days he's always sent me messages and been out at some events. So this one's dedicated to him for sure.
Delighted and extensive there. Guys, he dedicated the victory to his late friend, and of course he said at a point he knew that it was coming, so impossible is nothing. He has been trying, and he's got
never give up.
Got it. I mean, at 40, winning your first major is a big one for him. Congratulations to him.
And for Phil Mickelson, I mean, it wasn't meant to be for him, but at 46, I think he's still young enough to win a major. It's stuck on 5 right now. He doesn't seem to have any problem off, and on the course. Like Tiger, who's got a lot of physical issues. So if he can stay fit, Phil Mickelson might just win another major.
Definitely.
Before it's all said and done.
Yeah, he definitely will. 18 days to go, Olympics. So what's happening in Brazil right now,
Well,
Steve?
Cecilia Tayo, everybody's now feeling the fever in Brazil. It's just
feeling it?
in Brazil. You're not in Brazil.
Yeah.
In Brazil, they're feeling it. The touch is traveling, is moving closer to Rio, and whenever the touch passes a community, everyone comes out.
Of course, you want to have a look of it.
Different athletes, passing the touch around. It's just a beautiful feeling. The biggest sporting event in the world. I don't know, Brazil sailing a rowing crew, you can see them there, left the water, got into land, and everybody's saying, look, when you see the touch, the Olympics is here.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The basketball player, Thiago Spilter, talking about him,
Look out for him.
That's a good one for him. Plays for Atlanta Hawks. So all those top big players just getting, you know what it means.
And it was Splitter. He says, after feeling the touch, Tayo, he says, sports has changed my life.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, where would he be now without sports? I imagine. I can't say for sure, but because of sports, he's been able to build a career for himself in the NBA, and now he's going to have the chance to represent Brazil at the Olympics as well. Too. So the Tigers, watch out for Thiago Spilter in that one. And apparently, it's not everyone that is excited about the Olympics, because someone tried to put up the touch with a fire extinguisher. I don't know what got in his mind, but that's it. It's not. Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. That's the Spilter there with a touch. Let's go on a quick break. We're already feeling the Olympics. So when we come back, we'll talk some more, particularly with Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. Stay.